So if you put yourself out as somebody who's selling sex, I'm gonna treat you like a hoe, bitch. What up, bitch? Like that's gonna be my not. And I'm all for women and treating women with respect, but this is what you're putting out to me. Until you change that image for me, that might be a shallow way of thinking, but I haven't grown enough with that, and this is where I'm at with it. So that's where I'm at with it. So I've come into it like my homeboys are all kinds of. We'll be at the club sometimes in my prior life, and girls will come up to him and be like, "Your homeboy is rude. I don't like he's rude." No, that's just what you come off to me as. It's just like we all finna run through you. So let me put my bid in. But how do you? and women get mad because they feel like, oh, you're supposed to treat me with some type of respect, and I don't get it because I'm like, well, you don't respect yourself, so why should I respect you?
But I think in life, there's a difference between respect and disrespect and not having any respect for somebody. You can respect somebody, and that means that you put them on a platform. You can not respect them, and you just don't have any, it's an indifference, and then you can disrespect them. So I think just because you don't respect somebody doesn't mean you have to necessarily disrespect them.
I mean, I'm not just gonna go out my way, but if you come in within my circle, like within one of my homeboys, and you're interacting, and after having a conversation with you, and I get to actually get your thought process, and I'm like, okay, you ain't nothing but a rat. This is another routine. Yeah.
So like for instance, you said, if you see a woman on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and she has all these ass shots. I mean, some men like that, some men don't. I mean, by nature, you guys are sexual. You like women with their short skirts and all of that, regardless of what you may be looking for, for that minute or that next year. That's what you guys like. So I mean, you have women who are really comfortable with themselves, and they like wearing short skirts, or they may like wearing heels that are 6 inches, or they may be 2 inches. But just because she's dressed that way doesn't necessarily make her a hoe. You have some women that are just that comfortable with themselves, and they're not doing it for attention.
And well, some women, I get that, because I know some people are just like, hey, when I get home, they strip down, getting clothes, but it's kind of like, what are you promoting? Because if all you promote,
well, I mean, you're just out in the club. Like, I mean, me personally, I like wearing skimpy things. It doesn't make me a hoe. It doesn't make me any less or any better than the woman standing next to me. That's just something I prefer to do. I'm not out there looking for drinks. I can buy my own drinks. I'm not out there looking for a man to take me home. I don't need that. I'm doing it because this is a way of me feeling sexy when I go out and kind of, like expressing myself.
Okay,
but that doesn't mean you have to, disrespect that person, because 9 times out of 10, if you see someone and she's very attractive and she's wearing a skimpy dress or a skirt or whatever, you're gonna look, and 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna approach her.
I believe flesh is the hardest thing to walk away from. It's even in the Bible. But to kind of bring back what she says about men and women being broken, when you kind of look at a people who are broken together, and then they get a hold of different things in a broken mentality, it kind of displays negatively. Like it went from kind of being cutting edge and showing sexiness to kind of a class sexiness, to now it's just all out ratchet. Like, God damn, you got a baby on your arm, but you still like having that. Like, God,
yeah. I don't think women should. I'm a mother, and he's 3, but I would never dress skimpy or anything in front of him. I mean, that's just not something he needs to see, because it's just I do that on my own time. But like you said, when 2 people are they're broken, and then it turns out to be something so drastic, and a baby gets involved, both of you guys should have been communicated and let each other know that, hey, we're both broken. We don't need to have unprotected sex. We probably don't need to take this any further than what we're doing, because it's not going to come out good when you have 2 broken people, unless you guys have came to a mutual understanding. Like, okay, hey, we really like each other. Let's just try to, work this out and communicate and see what I can do to make you a better person, and vice versa.
I'm gonna speak out on this because I'm a personal believer men are held just as accountable. I'm not trying to say men get any slack, but it's like, as brothers, we gotta quit sowing our seeds in such shallow women. Right. And this is what frustrates me, because it be the same brothers who be talking like, even though I speak on him, it be same brothers who will talk bad about these women, but they keep going and doing these same things. I'm like, you must not really care that bad because you still hitting it raw, like you still shooting the club up. So it's like, so then, you know, and I feel like as this, so you choose as a man, like I have a daughter. So now the mother's never gave an inkling of taking me through the system, even if we didn't work out. So, but if since I chose her, whatever reaction, whatever consequence, you know, happens, if she decides to do that, that's on me because I made that decision to sleep with her, have sex, and have a baby. So whatever she goes forth and does with that baby as an advantage is on me because I didn't have to choose her. We weren't married. Nobody forced me, and we damn sure wasn't thinking about it when it was happening. So it's like I can't be mad about it now. But this is one thing I noticed. Like this is funny to me. This really happens. You get these girls who get in a relationship, and they'll be doing skimpy photos, and then they'll get in a relationship, and that'll stop. And then as soon as they break up, it's back out. So is it like can we finally just call? There are some hoes. All women are not. I'll let you tackle. But are there really? Because we know as we love to call black women queens. No, some of these bitches is bitches and hoes. So, continuing what...
I think it goes back to a person being broken. A lot of people that are doing the selfies every day, sexy pictures, vain pictures, it goes back to like somebody who wants attention. So, they find somebody, they get attention from that person, they have a mate, and then they break up and they don't have that attention anymore. So I think that's kind of what it goes back to. Getting a like on Instagram or Facebook or even a comment on Twitter, it releases the feeling of being in love in your head. So I think that people are literally like addicted to that. So it kind of like makes sense. But
I think women naturally want to please a man.
No,
so
this is true.
I think that if you know or you feel like a man wants these things, like if he wants to see you with a nice shape, he wants to see your breasts, he wants to see all of those things, you naturally want to please that. And so I think before she even gets the man, she's doing the things that she knows will please him in advance.
But what about the women who say you don't do wife qualities if you're not a wife yet? So it's kind of like, I get that. I get that to a certain extent. But yet I still see women, I'm going to let you talk before I'm going to get to you. I still see women who are saying like you're not my dude or you're not my husband or this. Like I'm against that. Like I feel like if you date somebody to be in a relationship, not to pass the time. I never ever dated a girl just to pass the time. Like it's always been with the intent to build from there on out. It was like I don't need to say you're my girlfriend to fuck you. Because I can just tell you what I want, and 90% of the times, girls going to either say, I respect you for letting me know what you want, and that's what we can do, or that's not what I'm into right now, and we can be cool and move on for that. I can always respect that. But
what I wanted to say, I just want to say, naturally, men plant the seed, and we manifest whatever they plant. So if the man plants a seed on the thought of, this is what I want, this is what I need, we manifest whatever that is. So that's the only reason why when we were talking about how whenever they get in a relationship, all of a sudden they put on these clothes, that's how our mental makeup is. Men plant the seeds and we manifest it. We create whatever it is that they give us.
yes, that's a good point. It's a good point. So all right, so when they manifest that seed, so now it turns into a child, and now the father is not around. So now, who do you like? Are any single mothers here? I don't want to put your business out. Any single mothers here?
Oh, I am.
Okay, so not to kind of single you out, but with your child, what ideals? Who do you give? Like as far as men, where do you search for that? Where do you say, hey, this is the type of man you need to kind of follow and be ideal to look forward to?
Honestly, when I wasn't conscious, she didn't have really much of nothing. Honestly. When I became conscious, there's so many men that even if you're not in a relationship with them are great. They come flooding, that can teach your daughter self-respect and all those other things. So I mean, it organically happens, honestly.
So to kind of finally wrap it up with a couple more questions. Now, when you see these posts on Facebook that we've been talking about, I just use this to show the substance of where most interaction happens. Social media, clubs, drinking, things like that. So when it's not just targeting on Facebook or like Instagram or Twitter, even though that's where a lot of it takes place. It's just the kind of the mentality that goes behind certain things happening. So when you put this all into perspective, so now if you're one of those girls who think that's okay, you're constantly promoting that. Now, if it'd be different if you promoted knowledge, like I get it. Like if you promoted a different side of yourself, and that was just something every once in a while you got sexy, then it would be kind of a classy look. But if it's something that is, if I know you for it, like the brother earlier was saying, if that's what I've known you for, like when he said Missy Elliott is known for the Adidas and the sweatsuits. If I know you for showing your ass and titties, what else am I to think of you? What am I to know that you really are somebody really inspiring and deep? Like, how do I ever get to, if all that's all you're putting out? So when I approach you, all I'm able to pull it out is that you sex. That's all you like. And that's what I like, God damn it. So when we fucking.